Running late. Hey guys, it's Tark with Cyclone FPV. Here we go again, right? Let me see if we can brighten this up just a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right. So we got another RMA. Now this is actually this is, what do you call it? It's an RMA. This isn't for a broken product. This is I guess for us request to do some work to help set this up. Okay. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. And I'm trying to remember what this was in here for. I'm not sure exactly, but we've got our transmitter. Okay, QX7. We've got our quad. We got two quads. Okay. And that's it, a bunch of bags. So we're just gonna go ahead and check this out and see what's going on. All right. Let's see what the question is, what was this in for to begin with? Now this is an interesting situation. So let me make sure we've got, well, we've got nothing happening on this side because we've got no battery. Okay. So we need to put a battery in here. That's fine. I can do that, I guess. Let me make some room. All right. So we've got one quad here, and what was the issue? Oh, we got the other one. So this is the arrow. This is an arrow. All right, so I've got to find out. I need a battery. First thing we need is we need a battery for this radio. All right, so let me go get a battery, and then we can get started. I guess I need to find out why this is in here. So let me go pull up the ticket 2, and I'll be right back. Let me grab this battery from my bag. Leave that like that. Bring some batteries over. Let's see what we got. Okay. I'm not sure why these are in here yet, but we're going to find out very quickly. Now, hopefully these don't interfere with our video. So let's do a picture-in-picture here. We're hoping. No promises made, but we're hoping. All right. Now let's go ahead and put the battery in for the time being so we can see something. There we go. Okay, let's turn this on.
Welcome to OpenTX. Switch warning.
Okay, so right off the bat, there's something wrong because his trims are not centered properly. Right? So there we go. Now his sub trims are good. So there's right off the bat, that's a problem. All right, and I can't even tell you why it's in here, but I can tell you that when I turn something on. Now let me go ahead and remove these. I wish he would have done this already, but hey, well, these suckers are on there good. All right. All right, I can at least avoid getting my fingers chopped off, so I appreciate that. I should have actually removed them before I even powered it up, but it is what it is. So let me just go ahead and get this done and see where we're at. Okay, now that it's safe, let's see. So the first thing I'm trying to do now is I need to figure, oh, this is bound, I guess. So I guess that must be the right quad. Let me plug this in and see what we're looking at and why it's here. Okay, so before I even go look up the issue, I'm just going to see what it was sent in for. So let's go ahead and share the beta flight screen. Here we go. Let's connect. Let's make sure that we are on the right quad. Oh, well, I don't see anything now, but I see that the receiver did have a solid green, and now it has a solid green again. Okay, so All right, so we definitely have an issue with the receiver going in and out. Now it's, oh, hold on a second. Make sure. Okay, so there we go. Okay. All right. I am going to go ahead and take off the top of this. So I'm going to disconnect this. I want to take off the top here because I want to disconnect the VTX. And these screws are kind of not good. So I'm going to replace these anyway for this guy because these are not the best screws when it comes to, some of them seem to be a little bit stripped and I don't want my screwdriver to make them any worse. Let's go ahead and take this off. All right, two more, two more. And we'll get to the receiver as well. Okay, so here's our receiver. Right, okay, so oddly enough, the receiver is powered up. Now there's something weird about this. So I'm gonna, see? Now I've got power again and then it's losing it. So we definitely have an issue with the receiver losing signal. Hey babe, everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the receiver off. Let me do this here. Okay, so we've got to, the heat shrink on here needs to be extended. It actually falls short. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll try to show it to you here. The heat shrink is actually falling short of covering all the components. So let me see if I can do this and show you. So you can see it stops short of the solder points here and it stops short of covering all the antennas here. This has to be corrected because this is pressed up against the carbon fiber. So you would not want any of these to make contact with the carbon fiber. So when you heat shrink these, you're gonna have to cover them. You're gonna have to put much more heat shrink than that to cover them up. The VTX, if you look here, I'll zoom in again. So, and again, I don't know why this is sent in yet. I'm going to look at the notes here, but that VTX right here is being propped up. It's being pushed up because of the hard angle. That's going to make a poor connection to the antenna here. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that we get this strapped down just like that and don't allow for it to deviate from that position, all right? And if that means that we need to, showing right, and if that means we need to run a zip tie right here between the standoff and the cable so that this stays down, great, because it's about to rip that right off. All right, and if you lose that, you're in trouble. So I'm going to adjust that as well. And then we need to get to this VTX and find out why it's going in and out. So I'm assuming that there may be a firmware update to be done on one of these two, but I'm not sure yet. See? So let me see. There you go. You see how we just wiggled it and it went red. Okay, so we've just lost signal. And then when we turn it again, let me see what we're doing here. We're going to get it to go back to green. Watch. Just keep it. Well, let me zoom out so you can see that. So you see how that light's red, right? Let me see if I can get this to go back to green. I'm going to touch the antenna ends and see if I can get it this way. I'm not getting anything yet. Nope. Now let me send a signal. There we go. All right. So I'm going to see. Let me just get going. Let's just see what was in here for. Let's see what we got. Okay, but we do have an intermittent issue with the VTX as well. I mean, not the VTX, with the RX. Okay, and I want to make sure this none of these are set. So none of his beta flight settings are set accurate are right, because you can see where our endpoints are, right? So these have not been adjusted either. So what we want to do is let me go to motors. Let me see. Let me just arm this. See. Oh, well, let me put in the power first. I wanted to unplug the VTX. That was the main thing. There we go. Let's go to modes. I want to know where his arm switch is. Okay, so this is his arm switch. this motor has a problem right here. Okay, so we've got a secondary issue right here that we need to address. This has something wrong with it, and it's making, it's not turning freely. So there's a problem with this motor, so let's go ahead and open this up. Oh man, that's too long of a screw. I don't think it's touching, but boy, that is close. Let me check. I need a magnifying glass for this. Let me just see. Well, it's not touching, but boy, is it close. All right, so I'm curious to see if this screw is literally that much bigger than the other ones. So let's unscrew this one. Okay, now I get that it's got to go through the TPU, but still, that's a, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna compare these. Okay, these are too long. I mean, the TPU is only 2 millimeters, maybe. So we have screws that are 3 different lengths, I believe. So we have this screw, and this screw. And these two are not the same length, I don't believe. So let me place this one down here. They don't look the same length, I can tell you that. And they're not. So one's a little bit bigger than the other one by maybe a millimeter or a little less. Okay, so that's that. So we have a motor that has definitely got problems. It's yeah, that's not going to work. This motor's just hung up. And it looks like the bell is bent, and I can see it pressing. All right, so let me show you guys what I'm looking at here. My God, everybody's up early this morning. Everybody, just give me a second. Holy crap. All right, so here we go. Okay, I'm just going to have to stop responding to everybody right now until I can finish my job. All right, so I'm going to get the microscope here, and we're going to look at this together. Okay, so let me go ahead and open the camera up here and open the microscope. Oh, I got to plug it in. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to share with you the screen. Okay, and we're just going to look at this together. This is the motor in question. I got to get it lined up here now, so bear with me. Okay, there is what appears to be a little bit of contact here. I'm trying, guys. I know it's kind of annoying to watch this, but I believe that there is a little bit of contact coming across this, and then we've got a gap over here. So I would say most likely the bell is bent. All right, so let me just let me get this out. I'm gonna see if I can remove. Let me turn the radio off because that has nothing to do with this right now. I'm gonna see. Oh my God, my bench is getting messy. I'm gonna see if I can remove the bell without too much issue. I think I can, so let me just try that. Okay, get that C-clip off. There we go, and put that right in here. Okay, so it's gonna go, because I hate these things. I lose them, they stick in magnets. Matter of fact, there we go. I'll just put it over here, off. There we go. All right, now I wanna take this apart. Okay. Oh, there's another piece. Gosh darn it. I didn't see that. Well, that's gone, but now it's stuck under here. So let me get that real quick. put that here. Now, all right, so here's our, oh yeah, and this is sloppy. Okay, so this is just a poor, I mean, just right off the bat, it's just poorly set. I'm not sure. Let me show you what I'm looking at here, okay? I don't think I could explain it as good as maybe I can just show it to you. So look at this, look at these magnets and the way they're set. All right, so it looks, I mean, there's absolutely no conformity. They're not uniform at all. I mean, they're just kind of woppy-jawed placed. So this thing couldn't possibly, I can't imagine that it was going to be balanced properly, that's for sure. I mean, look, this one's pushed and angled. And it just doesn't look good. Oh, you guys can't see that, damn it. Sorry, I apologize. Here, let's try this again. So now look, you look at these magnets, right? So you can see what I'm seeing now. I don't even know if these are loose. Let me check if these are loose. I'm curious if that's what it is, or if this is just really crappy workmanship, or... Yeah, I think that they're kind of loose, actually. Well, I thought I saw it move, but no, that may have just been me. Let me see. Sorry, I know I'm trying to keep this still, but it's not easy. Well, in either case, it looks like this thing shifted from here to here. And I'm trying to see if I can shift it back. Oh, wait, there it goes. Yeah. So this could be a problem, right? It's like, hey, I've got some debris in my motor. Yeah, oh yeah, it's one of my magnets. That sucks. So there's a magnet. It's not staying in there properly at all. So there's one. I don't know how many of these things are loose. That's, whoa. Let's see if the next one's loose. Oh yeah, this is just getting better by the minute. So I've got another piece of debris, and it's another magnet. And I'm just going to put those together. Are they all loose? Yeah, I guess so. Whoa. These suckers are kind of powerful. They just kind of jumped out of the way there. So let's see how many, oh, okay, that's enough. Let's see how many more we got there loose. Let's see about this one. Yes, and this one? Oh, looks like we got one that's, whoa. Sorry for all the movement, guys. This is just driving me nuts. So 1, 2, 3, looks like we might have another one. Actually some more. I don't know if this one is. Let's see. Oh yes. All right. This is just amazing. So I wonder if all these are going to come out. No, that one looks good. That one, oh yeah, they're all going to come out. All right, so these two can come out. Okay, that one's not that one. Whoa, that just jumped over here. Trying to take a magnet off a magnet in this situation is, you know what, forget it. Okay, you get the point, right? All right, so we're all good. We understand. So this seriously has a problem with the motors. I mean, we've got more than half of the magnets are now out. And I know these are going to drive me nuts because they're going to stick to everything. Here, let's put it like that. So this drone needs quite a bit of work. I'm not sure if the rest, actually, it looks like all of them may have shifted here. Well, maybe not all. Hold on. I don't want to just generalize it, but I mean, they feel good. It looks like there's a complete magnet missing right here. I've got to put this back under. You guys can see what I like. I mean, it's just because, you know, you gotta like appreciate when you find things that you really wouldn't have ever expected. So let me just clear this up. Let's look here. Okay, let's turn. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What is that? Okay, 12. Okay, so everything here seems to have been spaced okay. Let's see this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me find the, hold on, let me find the starter here. Hold on. I've always got one that I can start with, I think. Usually, but I don't see one here to start with, so never mind. Okay, these look okay. I don't see anything wrong there. All right, and then let's look at the last motor. Okay, now there's this. Oh, it should be straight. Okay. Oh. This one should be okay. Okay, so we've got one for sure that's bad, right? So that's one thing we have to deal with. We've got some other problems with this one, so I'm just going to take this one and I'm going to set it aside because, I mean, I don't know. I could try to find a bell that may fit this. I'm not really sure. What is this? This is a 1408. You know what? I bet you that an HGLRC might fit this. I don't know. This is a, I don't know if this is, I know we had some motors that had been damaged. I'm going to check and see if I can put HGLRC bell on that eventually, all right? But we also have issues with the receiver on this one. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to take all of these things and I'm going to put them in a Ziploc bag and come back to this in a little bit because this needs some serious TLC. So let me get a Ziploc bag here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then we'll deal with the motor screws later. We put that one aside. Actually, let me write the customer's name on here. Give me a second. Okay. Put that over here. Now let's check out drone number 2. Here's drone number 2. What do we have going on with this one? Well, let's go ahead and see. Oh, he's got HGLRC motors on here. All right, great. First thing we'll do then is we'll take the props off. Okay, props are off. That's good. Let's put all our screws here aside. Okay, now, well, let's see what we got going on here first. So I don't even know why this isn't here. So let's see. Ooh, but that's not good. Okay, so let me show you something right off the bat that I'm going to tell you you need to be careful of. Look at this right here. Okay, do you see that? I'm going to try to get this. Hopefully I can get it to come up properly. That cap, those two leads, I can't even show you properly. I'll try to show you in the microscope then, I guess. Here, let's do this. Let's try this. Boom. Okay. So you can see that. That is not a good thing to see. I do not like to see this because you have literally the smallest gap here before you make contact with that carbon fiber. Okay, so let me just give you an example. Already the cap is going to make contact with the carbon fiber no matter what, right there. You see that? What you don't want is that. See, this is the positive lead right here, okay? And boy, I tell you what, that touches right there and grounds this out. If it makes contact and there's grounding, you're going to blow this cap and probably fry your stuff. Now, I'm curious if the XT30 looks burned inside. Let me see. It has definitely had some issues. Okay, so there's definitely some problems here. See, these are things that, like, you know, as you do this and do the repairs more and more, you start noticing like things that normally I probably wouldn't have noticed it at the beginning, but they're the things that I start realizing are happening more often, right? So let's see what we've got here. I don't even know what happens when we turn this on. Let's do a continuity test first, just to make sure everything's safe. Okay. Okay, so far everything looks good. All right, so let's power it up and see what happens. I'm not sure why it's in here, so we're gonna find out. Okay, we have a huge amp pull right now. So there's definitely something wrong. This thing just spiked up at amps the minute I turn it on. So we are going to have to take this apart. So let's look at this. Now what is happening here? We have different screws here. Okay, got to be careful on these. Okay, so the longer screw should have gone in the front. That's fine though, that's nothing major. Let me just go ahead and get this off. So we have a bunch of, again, we have different size screws here. We gotta be careful of that. Okay, let's put that here. Let's take this strap off. Okay, here we go. And again, we have another partially covered receiver that is stuck to the VTX. And again, guys, I get it, and I'm wondering if this is what HDLRC is doing. I've never seen them do this, so I'm gonna guess, I don't think it is, especially because it's only half covered. Okay, so let me just check and see what we're working with here. We have a short, we have a definite high amp pull. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna use the smoke stopper from this point out, because I'm curious to see what we're gonna find next. So let me just use a smoke stopper and make sure we don't zap this thing. All right, so when I plug this in, and now did I disconnect? I just disconnected the VTX. Okay. Yeah, no, we've got problems here. So we're going to go ahead now and take these and get ready to store this also in a bag, because there's going to be problems. All right. So let's put these in here, and then let's get started by disconnecting and removing the VTX and getting down to what is shorting out this board. And I can tell you right now, there's going to be a lot of things shorting this out. So like you can just tell, it's so crushed in here that there's definitely a problem. So let's get the receiver out of the way. And then the VTX, we're going to go ahead and just disconnect the MMCX here. Let's go ahead and just pop that off. Okay, I'm going to put that in this bag. All right. And the next thing I want to do is I want to check and see what we've got going on down here and see if anything down here could be causing issues. So we will disconnect the camera. That in the bag. Might need a bigger bag, I guess. Okay, so now with that much disconnected, I'm going to go ahead and try to plug it back in. Okay. Nope, we're still spiking. All right, so we're going to now disconnect the ESC and try again. Okay, so let me just give you an idea of, I believe this is almost the same setup. No, it's very close. Okay, so this was the test drone that we were working on here, right? And these have the same flight controller, and it looks like they have the same ESC for the most part. Okay, when I plug this in, just to give you an idea, if I can plug it in, I get an amp reading. Okay, so here it is. I get about, before it initial, now it's done initializing, I'm at 0.13. Okay, when I just plug in the ESC alone, I'm at 0.24, 0.22 point. So their ESC is having a serious issue. So let me, it just so happens that I had the same quad sitting here, so, I mean the same setup. So what we're gonna have to do now is we're gonna have to get down to the ESC and find out what's going on. Okay, that's not good. This is going to be a problem. Okay. It's 30 minutes into this, and I am no closer than I was when I started. So this is always a discouraging point in the repair process. Okay, so let's take this off. All right, I should be able to take this off, and well, I guess the only issue is going to be getting that VTX out of there. I mean, getting the receiver out of there, but we'll deal with that. Okay, so let's see if I can get the VTX out. Or I mean the receiver. I keep saying VTX. I mean receiver. Okay, so I'm going to very quickly just take this and plug it in to mine. And I'm going to see if I can get it to, if there's any issues when I try to initialize. All right, we're going to see if we can trace this. I'm going to flip it upside down just because I don't want it to touch anything. Okay, we do have a higher pull here, but again, I have a receiver on here. So I'm going to take off the receiver just so I can verify. And what we want to make sure of is that there's no damage to the board. Okay. Oh yeah, that's mine. I was wondering what just happened here. Okay. Let me put these aside. Let me put this over here. These are all the little doobaflotchies that we're getting with this build. Put that right there. Get these screws out of the way. Put these props aside. Holy moly. Okay. So our soldering iron is almost heated up all the way. Okay, I need to get this cleaned up. My soldering iron is a little dirty right now. There we go. All right, so let's remove this receiver. Okay, well that's not coming off like that. So let me crank up the temperature here. I don't feel like adding more solder to this, so let me just crank up the temperature. Hopefully we can get this off pretty quickly. It's almost time for me to swap out the tip on this iron. There we go. There's 1, 2, and 3. That's painless. All right, now it's smoking because I put some resin on it. All right, so we're gonna put this in the bag also. Poor thing, it's just being gutted. All right, now we're gonna try again and see what the amp pull looks like now. But you know, let me see. Pins up, pins up. There we go. Let's do that. Okay. All right, let's try it again. Yeah. Okay, so there is still going to be something with this board that we're going to have to look into because that's still double where I'm at on mine. And let me just verify. But that's all right. I mean, we can get somewhere with this. That's not double. It's close though. It's close. All right. So let's put mine aside and let's check these out. Okay. So first thing we're gonna do. Oh no, what's this? Uh-oh. Okay. Well, right off the bat now, if you can see, we have got some cut wires right here. Okay, so some wires have just been, and they're exposed, and I'm just realizing this now. So let me see. So the cable, we're gonna go ahead, and that's too bad. This whole thing is now kind of a mess here. So let me, I hate trying to take these off, but let me just get this. And we need a bigger bag now because this is not fitting in that bag. So let me just see if I can put this in a temporary. Okay, there we go. And now let's inspect what we've got here. Okay, let's cut this zip tie off. Okay, I believe HGLRC sends these with it down like this, and that actually is not a bad idea at all. But what I want you to see is how close these leads are. I mean, like, look at this. That's terribly close. That is not good at all. Okay, and it's just asking for disaster here. So I'm going to now, I have a feeling this ESC is going to need to be replaced anyway, but I'm going to try and just clip the leads off of this cap right now and deal with it later. Let's click that one off, take that one off. All right, so we're going to set this. I'll just put it in the bag as well. All right, so XT30 connection looks fine. We'll plug this in now and see. Yeah, no, this ESC is going to be toast. It is going to overheat here in just a minute, I can tell you, but I'm going to see if I can find out why. That's too bad, man, that's too bad. I'm trying right now to see if I can feel a hot spot on it, and you know what, I kind of want to, I'm going to take this cable out, and I kind of want, I hate to do this because it may just mess mine up, but I kind of want to see if I can get any response from it with my board. So I'm going to take my flight controller off right now, use my cable. I'm going to try to plug this in, see what happens. Let me turn this off. Yeah, we're not getting any initializing at all either. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to go to beta flight. And we're going to see if we get any reading at all. I didn't realize that we were zoomed in so much, guys. Sorry, I apologize. We're going to see if we can get anything. Whoops, 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 whoops. You see? Okay, that's not looking too good now. So hopefully, there we go. All right, so we've got a damaged ESC here. So we're going to have to do a replacement on the ESC, it looks like. Let me put my stuff back. So I'm going to go ahead and just begin removing all the wiring on the ESC, and then we'll have to stop there so that I can tend to some other things and then come back to this. But this is going to be this is definitely going to not be a fun issue at all. So let me just go ahead and start removing this. What's this on here? Okay, there's one. Let's take all the innards, get them ready, and let's hold that aside. Let's hit the next motor. There's one. Two. Okay. There's two. All right, so none of my screens have been right. ESC, so it's out. And yeah, we've definitely got some problems on here. It even looks like we may have some bent pins. Let me check and see here real quickly. They're not bent, they're just blackened. So that's a problem there. Yeah, so sorry, I'm looking at this here only because I'm trying to make sense of this. All right. So this is definitely going to need, this ESC is definitely having a problem. Let me see if I can get this XT30 off. At least we can salvage some of the things here. There we go, 1. There we go, 2. All right, so at this moment, what we're going to do is we're going to put these in a bag, save these, so that we can issue an RMA. If those, we'll do some more testing, but we need to at least put them aside. So that one. And then we're going to take all these pieces. Hey Mama, what you up to?
Oh, nothing, just putting the screwdriver up. Cleaning.
Do we have orders to get done, or are we good on that? Okay.
We do, I'm just waiting for Gracie.
Well, okay. You drop one of those little rubber mounts, and I hate them because once they bounce around the ground, they go. Ah, got it. Okay. So there we go. Okay. So all this makes up that. Okay. Put another bag for the wires in the XT60 or XT30, I mean. And we have ourselves a serious dilemma here with all of these. Okay. So there's that. So now we've got to see, maybe we could just combine these into one good quad. I don't know, but we definitely have a problem. All right. All right, guys, this video, it's been a little loppy-jawed. I did not have it focused properly half the time. I apologize for that, but nonetheless, it's still a video that can hopefully help you guys. We're going to come back and we're going to do part 2 of this as soon as I figure out what we're going to do with what we found from part 1. So I think that's going to require another Ziploc bag. Gotta love these storage bags. Okay, so let me do that. Put this in here. And there we go. We'll have to go back to that and figure out what's going on. All right, guys, thanks a lot for everything. And if you have any questions, please, as always, use our page or go to our Facebook group. And then you can always follow us on Facebook and then subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, guys, God bless, be safe, spend time with your family, and most of all, make the most of it because you don't know how much time you have left. Talk to you soon, guys. Peace. Okay. Hey guys, Target with Cyclone FPV. They're packing back there. We're getting some shipments out, so hang with us if you hear some noise. I got Sam and Gracie in the background there, but we are going to get back on this quad that I was working on. So let me just go ahead and do this. So I've already gutted it. It was in a video we just finished. And I'm going to get back now and we're going to start getting it set back up. So the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to add the flight control and the ESC, a brand new one, because these are damaged, or the ones that in here were damaged. So what we're going to do is we've got it right here. And let's get started on this one. So let's prep it up first. So if you're going to be working on some of these, let me show you how we're going to prep this up. Maybe that'll help you out just a little bit. And I'm going to be going very fast because I got about 15 repairs to do here in the next 3 hours. And I don't know how I'm going to get it all done. So we're going to knock this out as best we can. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to prep our board. So we're going to get the Cyclone, the flux pens that we use here. And I'm going to try to clean up my desk at some point. All right. Okay. Get all these pens out of the way. All right. So here we go. So let's go ahead and prep the board. To do that, we're just going to paint our pads with the flux pen here. Let's do that. Okay. There we go. Get rid of this. We don't need stickers. Stickers don't make anything fly faster or better. All right, we need to put a landing pad right here, so let's do that so that we're not rocking while we're trying to work on this thing. So here we go. Just going to go ahead and open this up. All right, so there's that. He's got these on his motors. No, we're not going to do. Well, okay, if you want that, we'll do that. That's fine. There you go. All right, we'll copy
10 times easier
what he's got.
than
All right,
takes me 5
so
seconds.
here we go. Sure you're gonna, okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to plan this out and how we're going to lay it out on the board. So the first thing we've got here is we've got the capacitor. We've got our screws, which we're going to keep those. And I believe I took off the, I know I did, I took off the XT60. Actually, it was an XT30 he was using. So I took off the XT30. Let me go ahead and grab that. There's no need to, this was perfectly fine, so we're going to use that. Okay, we're going to get rid of this cable because this was torn. So let me go ahead and throw that out. Okay, and we're going to prep the pad. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to set the board like this. Let me find the front. We're going to set the board like this, which means we're going to put the clip down here, the plug down. And I need to see if we need, I think we're going to need one more soft standoff there. So let me find that. And I made a little thing that goes here. So let me put that in here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. There's that. All right. Now we're going to run the capacitor from down here. All right, from underneath. So let's go ahead and get our. Ooh, that's pretty hot. Let me go ahead and turn this down. I forgot my soldering iron was hot because I was removing solder in the last session. Now we're adding it, so we don't need it to be hardly as hot. All right, so let's go ahead and get this prepped up. So we're going to put our ground here. All right, we're going to put our positive here. Let's get this. I got to get all that flux paste to kind of just dry up here. And let me go ahead and clean this off. There we go. Okay, there we go. Let's go there. Excellent. Now I need to go ahead and prep this as well. And the way this is going to sit, I threw the last one out because it did a real poor job. I'm going to give this some length, but I'm not going to cut the silicone wire covers off here because that is what touched last time, or they were very close to touching, and I wasn't comfortable with that at all. So we're just going to go ahead and prep that up real quick, spread these out just a little bit, and we're going to attach these very quickly this way, not backwards, sorry. There's one. And then here's the other one. Those are good. Excellent. So we got that done. So now let's go ahead and prep the rest of the board. And here we go. Okay, let me clean the tip again. All right, here we go. I need it to take, but it's gonna be a little bit of a pain to take at the beginning. So just kind of hang tight and be patient with it. All right, there we go. I'm just gonna put just enough to hold it there for now. It's not the end of the world if I don't fill up the whole pad. I'm keeping my fingers on the board so I can make sure I don't overheat the board. So far, as long as I can keep my fingers on there, I know that we're good. There we go. All right.
Yes, it's just going to be the first class package. They all are, yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. There you go. 5 and 6. All right. Now I am going to let the board chill a little bit. It's a little warm. So I'm going to let that chill out just for a little bit. And then what I'm going to do here, I've got my glue gun on. I'm just going to go ahead and put this right here. There's no harm in doing this, guys, but it is one of those things where if you'll just start using glue to at least protect some of your pads here, then you can kind of avoid some accidental grounding at some points. All right, so let me go ahead and put this, make sure I have this right. Okay, so that would be like this. There you go. So cable's done, everything's done there. So while that glue is chilling out, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna set this up on here. Okay, there we go. And we have plenty of room here for the ESC, so that's good. Oh no, a little leg fell off again. All right, let's try that. Okay. Now, what I want to do now is I want to prep this, I want to re-tin this XT30 cable. Okay. That's already been tinned, obviously. We took it off the last setup. I don't like to just throw these away because they're usually pretty good still. So I'm going to go ahead and put that. And let's get that mounted. The board is no problem at all on the board, so let's go ahead and do that.
It's going in back.
So we'll throw our positive here. Okay. All right, we'll put our ball here. Okay. Excellent. Both connections there are solid. And again, we can now go ahead and just give us a little bit of glue to cover these. Okay, and the reason, some of the things that this will help you with is, like, for example, if you have wires, strands kind of fraying out, this will definitely protect you from having those touch each other. Once that glue settles, it'll be perfect. All right, now we got to hook up our motors, right? So I'm turning this so I can get situated properly. So what I want to do is, I'm trying to see how we want to, best way to do this. Do you need me?
I just need a capacitor.
A capacitor?
Yes.
Look in here and try to find one of the new ones.
1,000. Okay, thank you.
Y'all. All right, so we're going to take the inside wire here, and we're going to run it to the far end. So let's do that. Let's see if I have to tin these. They already were tinned, so let's just see if I can just use what was already on there, existing. All right, let's do this. One. Yeah, and that looks like it's going to be just fine. Just make sure to keep the tip of the soldering iron clean. Okay. While these ones are hanging off, I'll probably just add a little bit of solder to them, just because they look like they're kind of a little rough here. So let me go ahead and do that. It's going to be your middle wire. Okay. And this will be the inside wire. See? Yep, looks good. Okay, we're on to the second set. Oh man, I put it over the standoff. Let me raise this just a little bit, see if I can get this. Oh, yeah. And this is when I make my mistakes, right here. So I'll just, I don't feel like taking this off, so I'm just going to remove the standoff real quick and get the wire around it. There we go. No. Okay, now I did them all the way. Sorry, I put it the wrong way. It goes inside here. There we go. All right, back to business. Okay, so then we'll do this motor next.
What? I've got, type in 6661. I'm grabbing the stuff out now. Here's that.
All right, we're in a live video.
Oh yeah. He's alive.
Sam,
Yes. So
can you-
find that?
can you take that?
Like answer it?
No, like take it and like run down the street. Yeah, of course, answer it. You know how to?
How do I click it? Oh, there it is.
Wait, hold on.
No, that's
All right, sorry guys, we're back. Had to take that call real quick, so we're back. I'm gonna finish this up real quick. Try to get this quad out the door. I know my customer needs it pretty quickly, he said, so I'm doing my best to knock this out. All right. And now let me see. Okay. So we're going to do this like this. All right, the last wire is right here, and then we can start closing this up. We'll get the flight controller ready. All right, so there's that. All right, everything there looks good, so I think we're ready to go ahead and move on to the flight controller. So here's the flight controller, and let me grab the old one that we're gonna be using this with RMA. So we know, and I'm just gonna transfer the wires over, so I'm gonna basically duplicate what he's got. There's the ESC that we've already finished, so we'll leave that there. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take his flight controller, and we're going to match these up, and we're going to match the exact same solder pads, okay? So we'll turn it this way, and we can go ahead and get our pen and get ready. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and paint all these pads. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to clean this tip off real good because this is a fresh set of pads here, and we're going to go ahead and just, I got solder right here, actually. All right, so let me see where I'm at with this. Let me go ahead and heat these pads up just a little bit. Get some of that flux burned off. Okay. All right, now. There we go. There we go. Okay. Go, and then we got one more row here. There we go. So the whole flight controller is now soldered instantly. I mean, that's quick, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to start pulling the wires off one by one, and we're going to line them up to match them. So we're going to take the white one first. Take the white. Okay, that goes to here. Okay. Take the yellow.
I'll have to check it. They usually ship, so that's.
Okay. Take the black.
It was 40-23 2mm or 1.9.
Where's this coming off? Come on. Let's get the red. All right, so we get the red. I don't know what's up with the black wire, but I'll check it out real quick. Let's go ahead and get the red one set though. Okay, and now we can figure out what's happening with the black wire here. There we go. And the black will go next to the red, and that portion will be done. Just like that.
Give me 1 second to verify the
Oops.
batteries.
Let me clean this tip off real quick. I can't see. I'm trying to get used to not using the magnifying glasses, so bear with me as I try my hand at just hoping for the best here. Clean that off. Okay, so we got all the wires connected, and that looks pretty decent right there. Now, the only one I don't like is actually the first one I did. I need to kind of lower it a little bit. I don't like that it's kind of set up. There we go. We'll do that. Okay, perfect. All right. Now if that's done, all we got to do now is aim this way and bring these 3 wires over. All right? So let's do that. Take the red. Okay, and the red's going to go second from the top there. So let's put this one here. There we go. All right, there's red. Black will be the third one. Turn that off. There we go. need this to quit moving now.
And is the
Okay, ground is in, and now let's go to the fourth one, which will be our S-bus. And that would relieve us of that flight controller together, and we can now pack those up for the RMA.
yeah, or nice.
There we go. Okay, bring this around.
They are.
There we go. There's our wires. I really want to make this one a little bit better. Hold on, because it was coming over that chip right there. So see if I could kind of clean it up and put it just a little bit higher, just like that. All right, perfect. Now we got this done
8 by 6
and this
by
done,
4.
so that's perfect. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run a real quick bead of hot glue right down the motor wires, just like this. Just on the solder pads, okay? Just like that. Onto the other side like this.
4.5. Yes.
There we go. And now we need to add some spacers. So let me go ahead. I don't like doing this. I really don't like how everybody's gone to these soft pieces, but it's what they want, so fine. So there's one. Okay.
Okay. Okay, this is how much else?
Did you get that board?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is good. Yes. Yeah.
Make sure there's three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep. All right, we got three soft mounts on each one. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna look at our motor direction, or our FC direction. And so I believe it's going to be, whoops, it's going to be like this. Is that right? I'm trying to make sure that I have this set right. Let me check and see how they want to embed a flight. Nope, so it's going to go like this. Okay, that makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and drop this one like so. Okay, that will fasten there, so that's good. All right, that'll allow us to bring our wires in right here. Make sure I have this right. Pins down, pins down. There we go. Put that right there. That looks good.
Hey, do
Now-
you need me to email you the tracking for Fred?
Tracking for Fred. No, he paid for that, right?
Okay.
Did he pay for that? Yeah, no, he's good. He's good.
This is.
Now, I'm a little lost here as to why
I put his paper in
we
there.
ended up like that, because the piece is on here. So maybe, is it possible? This is the XM Plus. And it's already got the wires on here, which makes no sense. Yeah. Oh, I see what it is. Never mind. My bad. All right. So we need to then take the. Let me see where I'm at with this. I gotta look at this here. Okay.
Yeah. That one's ready to go.
Let's put the receiver on. Alright, for this one I will need these. Sorry guys, but I can't see that well.
This is blue. So I do purple. So they scan through. Put this in. And then now try.
There we go.
They should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, yeah. Just make sure there's 5. Make sure they're all there.
Okay, everything looks good. There we go.
9 by 6.
Alright, this guy is ready. Usually better to do it. So we just gonna split them.
So it is holding this one?
Yes.
Nine by 6.
Does this box have any batteries in it?
I'm sorry?
No.
Yeah.
Is that for Fred?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. £1, 15.3 ounces. Uh-huh. still not, for some reason when you choose free shipping, it doesn't allow me to make a label.
What did you choose free shipping for? It's not on Fred's.
No, on Ray's.
I don't know. If you need me to do it, I'll do it.
Well, it's just, I can't.
Can you just add like a dollar item? Like just pretend to?
I mean, it would do it like any other free shipping.
I
Should.
know, but it's, again, it's not working. When you choose free shipping, it doesn't allow me. It just gives me marked as fulfilled as an option, not to create a label. So I'm trying.
Okay, so then just delete that. Can you do that or no?
I'm gonna add the USPS option on.
All right, sorry, I had to take that call. So now we're just gonna do the last of this here. Do that. Make sure everything's on board perfect, and it is.
Just try it. See.
Okay.
Oh, that. Babe, I'm an idiot.
Okay.
There's no shipping address, which is why it wouldn't allow me to create a label. Cool.
Well, it's weird.
Did he leave you an address, do you know?
I don't even know who you're talking about, babe.
I don't, if you're doing a live or whatever.
Okay, good, thank you. All right, now that we're at this point, we're going to go ahead and do a continuity test. Make sure that our ground and our positive are not screwed up. So there's positive, there's ground. Everything looks clean. So I know you can't see that, but everything looks clean. Make sure it works. Okay, it does. So now what we'll do is we'll use our smoke stopper, even though we're going to have, it's got a limitation on current, right, on amp draw. But we're going to go ahead and use it just to be safe. Let's go ahead and do that. Put this up. Okay. So here we go. Just put that in. Ooh, dogs are not happy. What is happening with my board now? Let me see. You know, I think this thing's seen better days. Let me see. Sucks, but let me just see. Ashton, how you doing? You rested? What's wrong? You all right? Sam, what's the problem?
I think it's just tired. I just woke up.
Oh. All right. Gracie, what's the problem? Okay. It passes the test. That's fine.
Those motors. And then I wrote the guy for
There
an
we go.
address.
Let's go like
They
this.
provide one for us.
Do this. There we go. See, it's a smoke stopper, and it's getting killed on that. So, let me see what we got here. Okay. Make sure we get everything working. It looks like we're humming along fine with that. Let me go ahead and run the VTX, make sure we got video. And it looks like we're gonna have that. Perfect, we got video next, so that's working out great. So I'm gonna go ahead and unplug the VTX so we don't cook this thing while it's sitting here. So I'm gonna do that next, there we go. VTX is out for now. All right, so now what I wanna do is I wanna go to the old flight controller. As long as I can, if I can get the setup from there, that would be great. Okay, so let me just go ahead and see if I can get that. Oh, let's connect. Okay. Keyboard. Go to CLI. And type dump right here. There it is. Let me make sure I got it all. Copy, go here, file, new, paste, file, save as, and then hopefully we can go to beta flight configurations. We're going to go here, file, new folder, and we're going to go Harry. Oops, Harry. There we go. Now we're going to call this the URC, HTLRC arrow. Dump file dot txt here. Okay, and let's see what our version is, by the way, just to be sure. So the version is we are running 3.5.5. Yikes. Okay, well that's fine. I have no reason. A lot of us ran 3.5.7. So let me go ahead and disconnect that. Oops, what am I doing? Here. Let's go ahead and put this in here. Let's see what version we have here. Oops, wrong screen. Let's go back here and click connect. CLI. Version. Oh yeah, it's perfect. So that's gonna be great. So we're just gonna paste. Let's paste. That should be everything, I believe. No. No. What you doing, Ashton? You all right? Let me connect. Now let's go to the CLI. Let's copy this document over. So we're going to say, let's delete this, though. We don't need this. Okay, so let's take this all the way up. Okay, and we're going to go to, let's do this here. Let's do copy here, Control V, enter. Let's run it all. Bring the whole configuration over because we know it's good. Let me get my coffee while we're at it. That tastes good, man. Woo, that tastes good. A lot of files. All right, there we go. And we're going to click save. And we should be back in business. So here's his transmitter. Let's go ahead and turn this on.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Okay. And he's got Arrow 3. Select that model. There we go. So we should be bound now. So if we connect, should have everything set the way he wanted it. Just calibrate. Let's make sure that our orientation's right. One, left, right, perfect. Let's check our motors. Make sure they're good. We're going over here. And we're going to turn one. All right, that's backwards. 2. Okay, backwards. So unless he's reversing motors. 3. 3 is right. And 4 is right. So 3 is right and 4 is right. 1 and 2 need to be reversed. All right, so let's go ahead and disconnect. Let's head on over to our setup here. Oops. Disconnect. Setup. Yeah, whoops, wrong configuration. My bad. Let's go 32-bit. There we go. We'll do our ESC update now. Let's go and do a read setup. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and flash it. So flash. All right, while that's going on, we're going to let that go. Everything else here should be fine. So we're just going to go ahead and set the motors and we'll be done.
Yeah, the regular size.
And what's up?
I have a question that I can answer. Scan it, make sure it all scans. You can go back to Shopify. And then click another tab open.
What is that stack called? The full stack? You know?
Which one?
FD4. First off, that's it.
I texted her too. And I was taking the trash can back.
All right, so our ESCs are done.
All of this trash.
We come back now and do that. Sorry, I was just getting some paperwork done on this RMA. Okay. Now that it's done, we're going to go to ESC Setup. And we'll leave it just like that. And we're going to say, we can just write it if we want to. But I'm pretty sure that 1 and 2 and 3, so let me do this. I believe that 1 needs to be reversed, so let's write that. And I believe that 2 needs to be reversed, and I'm going to write that. Hey, hello?
Yes.
I'm on a video, so hush.
Sorry.
Okay, so let's write the setup and disconnect. Okay. Now we're going to power it off. And now let's connect. Reset, go to ports, everything should be set here, and it is. So let's go to our receiver. All right, and we should see action here. And there we go, look at that. We are golden, guys. Okay, so we need to get the sub-trims and everything set here. So I'm going to go ahead and knock that out for them. But my gut tells me that this thing hasn't had a, let's do a calibration. So let's set everything to the center. All right, there we go. And then we're going to set these to the center. Okay. And then we're going to hit OK. Set them to the midpoint, and then we're just going to move the sticks all over. Okay. Okay, we'll turn these. Okay, turn these. All right, and then we're done. So now look, let's see where we're at.
1828.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right, so now we need to set, because you can see our subtrims are way off, so we need to go to page. And let's go ahead and do that real quick. So we're going to go to outputs. This is really, you guys need to make sure you pay attention to these things because hopefully, hold on a second. Let me make sure subtrim's right. Yeah, nope. See, these aren't even right.
Trim center, trim center. Trim center, trim
This is the
center.
problem here. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do another calibration. All right, so let's do that real quick. All right, so we're going to place our sticks in the center here.
Everything's scanned, right?
Enter, enter, and then we're going to just do all the points. Okay, turn these. All right, now let's see where we're at in beta flight. Enter, exit all the way out. And now look at our screen. It looks really good. All right. So what we're going to do is, if you look at the beta flight screen now, we're more in the center than we were before. And now we're just going to go ahead and fine tune this by going to here. And let me see. All right, so we need to, let's go ahead and go to our edit, and we're going to go to our sub trim. We're going to turn this down. There it is, 1500. Then we're going to go down. We're going to take this all the way. We're going to click that. We're going to turn it up until it gets to 1000. We're going to go to the max and click this. We're going to turn it all the way down until it gets to 2000. Okay, perfect. All right. Then we're going to go back to our sub trim, I guess, and we are going to bring that down. Okay. Let's go exit, 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 and go down to the next one. Let's edit it. Okay. And so we're going to go to our sub trim. We'll go to our min, and we're going to, oops, yeah, we're going to raise that up. It's 1000. We're going to go to our max, and we're going to bring that. Oops. Sorry. Our max, turn that till it gets to 2000. And now let's look at our center, and we're going to bring that down. This is not, this one's sticking a little bit, so let me go ahead, go back to the sub trim and turn that up. There we go. All right, now let's go to the channel 3. Okay, this is our yaw. We're going to edit the minimum. We're going to crank that up. Oops, that's throttle, my bad. I need to get down to here, channel 4, edit. So we're going to go here, and we're going to crank that up till it reaches 1000. Okay. And we're going to go here, and we're going to bring that down. Let me do this. Okay. Let's bring that down till it reaches 2000. Okay. And then the sub trim we will bring to the center. All right. Now, on the last one, which will be channel 3, we're going to do the throttle. So the minimum is going to be 1000. Okay. And the maximum is going to be 2000. Perfect. Now this quad is no longer spinning. When you look at the picture, it's going to be sitting perfectly still right there. You see that? All right. So let's see. I'm not seeing any activity on his auxiliary. Oh, there it is. All right. Let's see what he's got as arming. So he's got, there's his arm. Excellent. Okay. So if we want to test this now, I'm going to come over here. First, let me go to configuration. He's got D shot 1200. We're going to drop that down. D shot 600. There's no reason to have 1200. And we'll make this 4 and 4. Turn these off. Click save. And now let's see if we can get this to arm, shall we? So we're going to go to motors. And we're going to flip the switch and we're going to arm.
4x4.3.
And it's not going to do anything. So let me see why. There we go. Okay. 2 is spinning right, 3 is spinning right, 4 is spinning right, 1 is spinning right. Perfect. Turn that off and let's spin them individually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay, so that's done. Everything else looks good, guys. So we're going to turn this off now. Everything is calibrated, set up, and ready to go. I'm going to turn the radio off. And I'm going to go ahead and unplug this. We're done. I am going to go ahead and plug in the VTX now. Okay, and I can unplug. Let me disconnect this. There you go. Unplug this. And let's put this here.
And then all that stuff in the small box, so that's like my last
Can I say one for approval?
yes.
Okay.
See the pins. The pins are. The pins are on the top. This isn't going in there, so let me see. There we go. ATX is now in. Everything else is in. So I'm just going to heat shrink. Let's heat shrink the antennas down. Okay. So we'll do this one here.
So now you can add everything.
All right. We finished. There you go. So it's ready to go. I need to get that one foot glued back on. I don't know why these won't stay, so I'm probably just going to put some hot glue. See if I can get them to stay that way. So let's do that. The other one stayed pretty good. Just the first one. Okay, this thing's ready to go. So that's it. All right, Harry, your stuff's done. I mean, you got one quad and one radio coming back. The other one, not so much. So I will give you these props to take back with it, but I'll just put them in the packaging, and that's it. Everything else looks fine. So let me just do that. One, two, three, four. Okay. There you go, guys. All right, whoops. Let me do this. There you go. All right. So, okay, guys. So everything's done. Everything looks good, and we're ready to go. So we'll send this off to Harry, and he can have some fun with it. Guys, if you have any questions, please go to our Facebook group page there, where all you guys can chat together and get some pointers from each other and some help instantly. And then, as always, please follow us on Facebook. And please try to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It means a lot to us if we can have that support. Otherwise, God bless, be safe, spend time with your family, please, and make the most of your days, all right? And we will talk to you soon. Sorry, I'm trying to get my screen to work there. All right, guys, peace. See ya.